Hi guys, sorry I was rushing at the 1 minute left. I just wanted to focus about the time, and I was only allowed to post 15 minutes. So anyways, that said, let's redo Cat in the Hat Comes Back, because I haven't talked too much about this tape. I got it at Florida back in 2023, summer 2023. I was really lucky to find this one of old tapes. I just knew how to get it since it was from Random House, and then it's the original print. Green stripe barcode, but no printed Wikinger code on this tape. Yeah. Next up is Chippendale Rescue Rangers Crime Busters. I was really lucky to find this one at Goodwill, because Chippendale Rescue Rangers tapes you don't ever find, or pretty rare to find them. Episodes include Categories Not Included and Fantasy Under the Sea. I don't know what that second one says, but I'm guessing. Yeah, no sticker label, but it's actually the tape itself. No particular code, but I think this is a 1988 VHS or 1989. I don't know for sure. These don't usually have print dates. Next up is a pretty funny movie, City Slickers. This is my only RCA Columbia VHS, and it's also by New Lines. It keeps doing this thing where it goes to an orange filter for no reason. Yeah, this is a usual copy because look at the tape. It's a ink label variant. And it's also a rental from Blockbuster. Yeah. Doesn't look like this one has a printed Wikinger code. This one's unfortunately a bit damaged at the end. Like at the last few minutes of the movie left. Unfortunately. And it's also a bit damaged at the beginning. But I was really lucky to find this one. Next up is classic car commercials from the 50s and 60s. I already talked about this one. Is one of my first VHS openings I did. July 7th, 1996. This is a really interesting tape, but unfortunately it doesn't have anything at the end. I wished it was. I wish it did. I wish it did have a rare closing at the end. Hold on, let me just get these out of the way. Get this out of the way. Some of these. Come on. Alright, I got the next pile of tapes over here. So next up is my VHS of Dance with Wolves. This is a pretty good movie. And it has Kevin Costner, I think. Look at the tape, look at the movie's length. Yup, 3 hours and 1 minute. I'm really impressed with Orion Home Video, because they managed to fit 3 hours onto a one tape. Yes, Titanic even did not do this, but this VHS can. And this movie released in 1990, so I'm really impressed of Orion for doing that. Anyways, I said no particular Wikinger code, but there's some printings there, but I don't think that's a Wikinger code. I think this will be the final part until I'm done. Until I need a break, because my camera's gonna die soon. Next up is Dr. Dolittle, the pretty funny movie. Also, VHS Mania just got a bootleg copy of this VHS. A theater recorded bootleg. This is my only rental from Hollywood Video. 44th week of 1998. I saw this on the VHS opening of Anastasia, and I really wanted to watch this movie. So I finally got the chance to do that back in October. Next up is Dumb and Dumber. This is also a pretty funny movie. Funnier than Dr. Dolittle. Yeah, the cover is a bit faded. I think it is, at least. It's pretty hard to see, but it's September 27th, 1995. It's pretty hard to see that, but it's that. I'm gonna... Next up is Edward Scissorhands' 10th Anniversary VHS of Edward Scissorhands. This is a pretty good movie. I do have another copy of this, but I'll talk about that one later. This one I got because I heard this tape was pretty rare to find in the wild, so I knew how to get this. And it's also a recycled tape. 37th week of 1997 and 32nd week of 2000. Yeah, they're so close apart. They're like 5 days apart from being the exact same day, but different years. That was a really cool copy. Next up is the Flintstones. Pretty good movie. Definitely underrated. The case is pretty beaten up, but I already talked about this one. This one has a white screen of death at the end. What I threw at. Yeah, there's printings here, but there's luckily a week in your code right there. 35th week of 1994. Ooh, why am I keep hitting the camera now? It's gonna die. Come on. Stop hitting the camera. Next up is The Flying Deuces. This one's also a tape from my 20 rare VHS closings. This one had the weirdest out of the two Laura and Hardy movies. And this one's a Star Classics VHS. Yeah, no sticker label, but there's still a oversized reels, recording tab, and no particular code. And I just realized I probably should stop after this part because my camera is gonna die soon. So, yeah. Next up is a pretty recent tape, Forrest Gump. This one doesn't have anything, but also it doesn't have promos. I used to have a copy of this, but it had mold on it, so I had to throw that one out. Plus, it was from a rental. This one isn't from a rental. Yeah, these X's. But the weirdest part is, look at that. No break in your code on this tape. How weird is that? Unless the print date is under the end label, but I do not want to pick that one out. And a hairball stuck on there. There we go. I should probably stop because my camera is gonna die soon. Next up is Ghost. This one's a pretty good movie. Won 2 Academy Awards for Oscar-winning Best Supporting Actor Whoopi Goldberg and Best Original Screenplay. Look at that. Seventh week of 1995. Next up is The Happiest Millionaire. If you don't know, this copy is damaged at the beginning. Like, pretty damaged. I don't know if it's at the part now, but I don't want to wind it. This one's another old Sorcerer Mickey VHS from 1986. This time it's older. It has the blue sticker. May 20th, 1986. And why am I keep hitting the camera? Is that the damaged part? Hold on. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Oh, look at that. You can kind of see the wrinkle, right? You can kind of see the crinkle on that film strip. And it's also a Scotch VHS. It's a Scotch T150 VHS. So that's really cool. Next up is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. I already talked about this one. This was also from one of my first ever videos. This one's a really rare. This one's a pretty rare tape to find. Oh. January 22nd, 2003. Yeah, it's getting to 10 minutes, so I probably need a break from it. Next up is Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. This one I got recently. I already talked about this pretty recently, so I'm going through fast for this one. February 19th, 2002. With never before seen footage. And the last tape I got here is also featured in my 20 rare VHS closings. Hook. This is definitely a underrated movie. Like, I really like this one. And it has Robin Williams and directed by Steven Spielberg. Yep, there we go. This one has a moaning sound at the end, and that's it. Yeah, you see blue stripe barcode. 28th week of 1992. And that's going to end off for part 2. And I'll see you guys in part 3. I'll see you guys in part 3. First, I have to charge this thing. Bye.